It's your boy T Davis, aka the new face of Madden.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? We're back today with another great tip. We're breaking down the top 5 best passing defenses in all of Madden 20. We got a lot of different formations to break down. We got 5 of them. Got some great content coming for you guys, man, the rest of this Madden season. If you want to keep up to date on all the tips, all my gameplay videos, make sure you follow me on all my social medias, at Instagram, at Twitter, at Twitch, on YouTube, at T Davis Brand on all of them. We're going to be having some big things coming up, coming into the spring and into the summer here. So today we're going to break down the top 5 best passing defenses like we said, and the first one on our list is the 3-4 even formation. It's a heavy blitz, and it's really going to force your opponent to think quickly and make a quick read because we're bringing the heat and it's coming fast. So I like to do the strong safety at linebacker package for this, so I can get Derwin James out there on the outside linebacker. And I like to have my other fastest guy on the other outside linebacker, and in this case we have Jatavis Brown. I think he's about 85 speed, around that or so. And then we like to use her on our safety, so have some goons here. Put Desmond King, maybe we could put like a decent user here, like Rashawn Jenkins. He's got some decent speed. And then you want to have some good corner guys on the outside. And then your D-line doesn't really matter as much for this defense, but in MUT, you can build your team any way you want. So, anyways, let's jump into it. The play is going to be pinch buck 0. We're just going to have the offense come out in just a basic single back doubles. We'll do the shark wheel. So what you want to do before anything is you want to hit the D-pad and then down on the right stick, and then you want to press twice. So it looks like that, but you don't want to do anything with your coverage adjustments until you blitz all linebackers. You want to globally blitz all linebackers, which is right on the D-pad and down on the right stick. Blitz all linebackers and then press twice. They're going to come into that like you see here, that sugar look where they come onto the line. And then I like to pinch or crash my D-line down, so left on the D-pad and down on the right stick. And then I like to contain. So it's going to look like that. And then another thing I like to do, but you don't have to, I like to shade outside for my corners, but you can really use your coverage any way you want. You can put these guys in different zones if you want. But just for the sake of the video, we're going to show you how this streams. Sometimes if I can, I like to bring this guy right here and hover on over the center like that. It's really going to get the blitz even better on the edges. So let's go ahead and run it. See what we do. See what happens here. And as you can see, there's just no time to make a read. That heat is coming. Jump into the replay real quick to show you guys. We got that speed on the edge that's coming. Derwin James just coming untouched off the edge. And then we got 2 guys who actually come untouched here. Jatavis Brown on the outside with that speed. And they're able to get home. So this is also going to work. So once again, let's run it again. We're gonna block our running back here for the sake of the video. Just going to do a couple of hot routes just to spread it out a little bit. So once again, we want to globally blitz all linebackers, and then press twice, crash down, contain, shade outside, do whatever you want with your coverage. I like to hover with this guy if I can. You don't need to hover with him, especially if they're spreading you out or doing something, but I like to if you can, bring extra heat. So we block the running back. Let's see what happens. As you can see, Derwin James comes clean again off the edge. Just so much heat. You want to have all the speed on the field that you can for this defense. You can also, another thing I want to show you guys too for this play. So we give it the same look. We do the same thing. It's a little more advanced adjustment here, but same thing. Press twice. Give them that look. So once we have this set up like this now we audible to a cover 3 sky. And then we just press. And they're going to stay in that alignment, but now we're not bringing the heat. We're playing a coverage defense. And it looks the exact same. It's really going to mess up your opponent. Get them, they're going to think the heat is coming after you've done so many times. They're going to get nervous. They're going to try to throw something quick, but we're going to have coverage out on the field. So just run the play real quick. As you can see here, and then we have guys like Bosa out there that can shed. If you're in MUT, you want 2 shedders too as well. So Just a great formation here, and that's number 1 on the list for the top 5 best passing defenses in Madden 20. Let's jump into number 2. So, alright guys, so number 2 on our list is out of the nickel normal formation. I love this formation because everything looks the same. You can mix up coverages out of this formation. I do this one of my favorite formations year in and year out. But my favorite play is definitely cover 3 cloud out of this formation. And now the main thing here that you want to make sure is that in your coaching adjustments, you have auto flip on, because if they flip back and forth, you want to be able to flip with them, and you want that nickel to fall no matter where you go. So make sure that is on in your coaching adjustments. That's the key to this defense. So let's jump into it here. We're just gonna have the offense in a bunch look. We're gonna have them in a bunch tight end, cover 3 cloud once again. Now what I like to do is I like to shift my defense, my whole defense down. So LB and down the left stick, looks like that. Then we're gonna shade down to put them into hard flats, then shade back up to put them into, so they shade down and put them in hard flats, then we shade up to put them in cloud flats. So this is what it's going to look like. I like to bring these safeties down just a little bit. I like to spy this guy, Rochelle here. You want some speed there in case they have an escape artist, which they do in this situation. We want to spy there. And I like to shade outside. So it's going to look something like this. You want to lurk on one of these linebackers. I usually like to lurk on the linebacker on the cover 2 side, so I can get out there, you know, if they have the crosser going over the cloud or something like that. Shading outside, and if they continuously hit you with this corner route over here, you can move this guy back, do something like that. But it's just a great base defense. Your opponent, they're not going to get any big plays on you when you run this type of defense. You know, it's a great stock defense, a 4-man rush, 3-man rush. You really force them to take their underneath stuff and be patient, and a lot of Madden players don't want to do that. So just a great defense to, you know, especially to start the game. Feel your opponent out, see what they're doing. So let's just run it real quick here. I'm gonna run the the famous the crosser, PA crosser out of bunch tight end. Just give it this look, and now I'm gonna try to use the crosser with my other hand. It's gonna be difficult, but you know that this is our main thing though. So we're gonna give up. We want to give up the underneath stuff. So we're cool with giving up the drag underneath if we have to. So let me just try to. I'm gonna run back now with Davis, and you can see that another thing that I want to point out too about the defense, it gets phenomenal sheds. So if you're in MUT, you want to have 2 great pass rushers on the outside with an ability like pass rush elite or finesse or power special, something like that. A great team in regs would be a team like the Niners. They have 2 guys, Bosa and Ford. Here we have Joey Bosa and Ingram, who are really good as well. But this is a great shed defense off the edge, and it forces your opponent to take all the underneath stuff. Now, the other thing I want to point out before I get to the third tip is when they flip with you, you want to have this in your audibles. Okay, so let me see if I put it in my audibles. I did not. So let me put this in my audibles real quick just so I can show you guys why it's super important. So I usually put it at RB, but it doesn't matter where you put it, obviously. So we're going to come out in the same thing. Alright, so say you set your defense up like this, okay? And now, you know, a lot of advanced guys, especially running bunch, they're gonna, once they do this, they're gonna flip so their play, so they can try to mess up your adjustments, things like that. So say they flip. Now for us to do what we want to do, we don't want to have this look now. We want to get our nickel lined up with them. We want to flip it so we can have the same look as on defense. We're just gonna audible to our cover 3 cloud, and it's gonna flip for us. So that's the main thing. Say they flip again real quick. Boom, XRB, shift our defense down, same thing. So we're just setting up defense, we're just flipping back and forth with them. All you want to do is have your play in the audible so you can flip with them. That's just a huge adjustment that you should make when you run this defense. Have everything lined up the same. So yeah, here we go, jump into it here. We got the shedders coming. They're going to have to hit underneath stuff. We have the cloud so they can hit that flat, but sometimes we're cool giving that up all game. We just don't want any big plays, and that's the way I love to run this defense. So that's number 2 on our list. Let's jump into number 3. Alright guys, number 3 on our list here is out of the Big Dime 146. Such a popular defense this year. So many different ways you can run it. I'm going to break those down. What I like to do always, though, is either come out in this DB Sting 2 Buzz, or I like to come out in just the regular DB Sting. And we can either run that stock, blitzing the whole team, or in our audibles, we like to have cover 2 Sink, and we like to have cover 3 Sky. And I'm going to show you guys why those are in audibles and how we like to run them. But we're going to come out in this DB Sting. We're just going to have the offense in a trip set. And all you want to do for this play is you're going to press. And once you do that, you're going to move these guys in as far as you can, like this. And then we're going to just contain. And these guys off the edge, you want your fastest guys there that aren't your best coverage guys, obviously. So For the Chargers, I think I used 90 speed like backup corners that I don't really need, but I just want speed there. So this is what it looks like here. As you see, they're going to come off the edge so fast, like that. There's nothing they can do if they don't block anyone out of the backfield. And so you guys mostly know how this 1-4-6 works, especially out of that play, but I'm going to break down now how I strategize around this defense. And now, so if I see a look on offense like this, where the running backs on the right side, they have no blockers on the left, I'm going to audible to the cover 2 sink, okay? And I like to have auto flip off for this defense. I don't like to have it on just because I like to come out in the same thing every time without it flipping around and stuff. So when the cover 2 sink and we see nothing on the left, we're just going to move this guy in like this. And we're going to have coverage on the right side. And then I like to man this guy up on the running back and lurk with him, hover right here like this. Okay? And now we're going to run over to guard that left side. And the right side has great coverage, but we're going to get a free rusher off that left side. We have more numbers coming than they can block us. So let's run it right here. As you can see, Desmond King comes off the edge free. No one can pick him up. It's all strategy with this defense. So now I'm going to show you guys an example on, say they flip it now, or say they're in a formation where they're running. So they're doing that on the left side now. So they're like, okay, I'm going to put the running back on the left side to block that. This is when I like to audible to the cover 3 sky. Okay, and it looks the exact same, but now we have a guy coming off the right side. So it's all strategy. Whatever side there's no protection on is the side we want to bring our blitz from. So it's going to look something like this. We can do whatever we want with the coverage, though. I like to man this guy up and then get ready to guard the right side. Sometimes I like to put in a cover 3 cloud look, so I'll put the safety in a deep half like that. And then I'll put the outside corner, outside corner in a cloud like that. So it's going to look like something like that. Move this guy out a little bit. This is the guy we're lurking with. So once again, now we should get the free rusher off the right side, and they won't have anyone to pick it up. As you can see, boom, right there. Gets in clean. Russell Wilson broke the sack. But as you guys can see, 1-4-6, just so many different ways you can run it. There's three great plays. You can audible to anything, and it'll have this same sugar look if you come out in those 2 plays like I said. Just a great pass defense that you can blitz from both sides, or you can blitz the whole team. That's number 3 on our list. Let's jump into number 4. All right, guys. Number 4 on our list is the nickel 3-3-5 formation. This is another great coverage defense like the cover 3 cloud. 3-3-5 is going to be phenomenal shed defense. You want to have 2 great rushers on the outside, or you want to have a power specialist on the inside. The 49ers are great for this defense because they have those 3 goons on the line, Buckner, Ford, and Bosa. We like to run the play Tampa 2 here. We're just going to come out in a bunch look on the offense. All I like to do here is I like to press. And now the versatility with this defense, I like to spread the line as well. So the versatility with the defense now is with this guy right here, the slot corner. We can do anything we want with him. Now, one of the best adjustments, I think, is to bluff blitz him. That's going to put him in a 3-rec. He's going to play really glitchy over the middle. He's going to bump the slot guy too, which we love. So you can either do that. I like to move these guys out. Or what I like to do is just man up the slot guy, like directly. Just like that, he's going to bump him. It's going to be really tough for the route to develop out of RB, especially if you have a speed guy there. If you're in mud, you can put a guy like Deion Sanders there. I have Mosley there. He's our fastest defensive corner. Then here we're just going to put this guy in a deep blue like that. Move these guys out. We have a cover 2 shell, but turns into a cover 3 look with him. And then we're gonna lurk at one of these linebackers right here. Either side, doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. Just a great base defense. We're going to get some great sheds. There's not going to be a lot open. I like to shade outside as well. So let's jump into it here. I'm just going to be on the D tackle just so you guys see the coverage and stuff. But we're just going to run, we're in deep corner here. We're just going to run a basic setup, something like this. And as you can see here, it's just not going to be a lot open. We're going to be lurking that middle deep in. And eventually, when you have goons on the line, they're going to come in. Just a great stock defense. Let's run it one more time here. I'm going to put this guy in a 3-rec just so you can see. Like this. And then we're going to lurk on more here. You can put some fast safeties at linebacker if you want. If you have fast linebacker, it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Let's run it one more time. You can see Bosa coming. And we really have nothing open at all. Everything's covered with this phenomenal defense, coverage defense. And then one other thing I want to show you guys about this defense here is that we can cross-man these linebackers, which is just phenomenal. if you have some speed here. So say we do something like this. So we're gonna man up RB. Okay, RB is now covered with a man. We don't need to worry about him. We can put Tavares more on B, man up on B. Got a cross man action there. We can put him on X. Oh, excuse me. Let's get this back. Yeah. So now we got a cross man situation, and then we can man him up on the tight end if we want, or we can just user him, whatever we desire. But now everyone's gonna be manned up. Especially if they want to run some posts, some crossers, some corner routes, it's just going to be really difficult for them. So we'll show you here. X, crossman on the post. You can't do anything. B, backside dig. We'd user that. Just a great base coverage defense. That is my 4th best play in Madden 20 for pass defense. And let's jump into number 5. All right, guys. Number 5 on our top 5 best passing defenses is out of the 3-4 pinch buck 0. We're going to pinch our linebackers. It's going to scream up both edges. You want your fastest guys on the outside. Here we have Quan Alexander and D Ford. And then you want some speed in the secondary to be able to use the backside. So, but we can run this out any play we want in here. I like it out of cover 4 as well, cover 2. But just for the sake of the video, we're going to run this pinch buck 0. And we're going to come out in a tight look. So all you want to do is press, pinch your linebackers, crash down, and contain. And as you can see here, we're bringing 7, but it's going to come in very quickly. What I also like to do is sometimes hover with this guy if I can. It's not needed, but it will help. And let's just show you guys how we run it. As you can see here, just so many guys coming free, coming clean. They're going to have to make a quick read. They're going to have to motion block a guy usually too if they want to pick this up. One more time, I'm going to run it here for you guys. We'll do a little adjustment. We'll just do a cover 2 on this side right here. And then we'll just put this guy in a deep blue lurk. We're going to be lurking in a yellow with Ward here. We want to work that middle over to the left side. So let's run it one more time here. And we got 2 guys coming free untouched. So that's number 5 on the list, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The top 5 best passing defenses in all of Madden 20. Make sure you guys are up to date on my social media, man. More content coming all Madden season. Appreciate you guys, man. I'm out.